Right, so today I'm filming a video which I thought would be an easy one, but we're going to take off the front grille today, which turns out you need 2 jacks, a bunch of tools, because apparently to take the front grille off an Audi, you have to take the whole front bumper off, which is fun, that's always cool. So yeah, so we're going to take the front grille off, which means we have to take the front bumper off, which means we have to jack the car up to get access to the wheel arch bolts. So yeah, let's get into this. First things first, we will jack the car up so we can get access to those bolts. Thank you. Oh no. Because the tyres are flat, the car is lower than it should be, so I can't actually get to the jacking point. Yes! The jack went down like a couple of mil, which is exactly what I needed to. Yeah, there we go. Oh, actually I also need to turn the steering, I think. Ironically enough, I don't think it needs to be off the floor. I think it just needs to be high enough that we can get underneath the car to get those ones, and enough room in here to get like a ratchet. So the first thing I'm going to take off is the arch liner. To take the arch liner off, it's torque screws. So you need, I believe it's... No, that's too small, I think. Where's it gone? That's too big. Maybe it's this one. I think it's that one. Right, so it was that one. So let's get loosen. Oh no, don't do it. Ooh, there you go. It rounded off the tiniest bit. Don't do it. Yes, 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 no. Yes. That's the issue when you're dealing with these bolts, is that they've been in the archway, or the archwell should I say, for many years, very rarely changed, and they have just been absolutely battered by all the weather. But, oh, there we go. Right, so that's one. Oh, there's 2. That's just fallen out of somewhere. Yeah, this is where I need to turn the wheel so I can get access. That's if I can turn the wheel. Oh, I need the key. Right, so I'm just going to take out this bolt here. There we go. Yeah, and then you've got to take off this Torx here, and I think there's... Oh, that's where that other one fell out. So there should be one there. That's already fallen out. So I need to take that one out, which holds the bumper to the wing or something, some sort of bracket. And then that means this side is basically ready to slide out. And I'll then need to do the same on the other side and then start on the grille. But yeah, right, so let's take that one out. Oh, that's very loose as well. Jesus, that's quite concerning. Yep, that's finger tight. I mean, obviously it's held it for years, but yeah, that was literally finger tight. Right, so yeah,
that makes you wonder, like,
there you go. That's
how
that
easy
side.
that could have just come off during the...
It's slightly concerning, isn't it? I mean, that was literally the 2 bolts that were holding this part of the bumper onto that bracket literally were one finger tight, and one literally fell off as I was taking the... Yeah, that's quite concerning. But there, that's that side done. So then you just got... So then you just got to do the same on the other side, and then we'll start on the grille, which there's a bunch of Torx screws up here, but I'll show you them in a second, and then I'll go underneath and do those ones. And it should be that simple to take the whole front bumper off just to change the front grille. But yeah, I'll do the other side. So I just undid the bolts that you need to access the bolts on this side, and there wasn't any. So I literally just pulled that out to see if it was clear, and it wasn't. So there was literally no bolts holding that part of the bumper on both sides in. That's quite concerning. But yeah, right, well, let's do... I'll do the ones underneath, so...
if there is any.
Yeah. Right, let's move that bolt a minute. So...
Can you show them where it is before you...
Cable tied. None. There's none. There aren't any. There's one cable tie. I'll show you the cable type. Come here. Hold on. There you go. So that's the cable tie I was on about, and obviously there should be a bolt there, which there isn't, and then there should be a bolt down there, which there isn't. So that's all the bolts underneath done. I'll just get scissors to cut that cable tie. Right, so now you need the biggest Torx bit. I don't know what size it actually is, but you need the biggest Torx bit basically in the toolkit you can get, which is like, well, in my toolkit, which is this one. And then this one will fit that bad boy there. So, in theory, the remaining bolts holding on this whole front bumper are these top 2 here, and then there's one in both of these holes which you'll need like an extension for. You won't be able to get that in shot. But yeah, so there's holes in here, you'll need to get an extension, and I think it's yeah, it's the same size as these top ones. So all you have to do is get an extension, put it in there, find it, and take that off. So we'll just quickly zap these ones off. God, Jesus. Oh my God.
That's the reason why.
Oh, that's why the bumper's been held on. Jesus. That one is. I don't know if this is doing anything. It doesn't feel like it is. This one bolt. You can see that. It snapped. Oh, that's fine though. Okay, it snapped in there. So if we ever wanted to use that bracket again, you'd have to get a whole new bracket. Thank God we didn't want to actually change that. God. Oh. Do you know what? It felt a bit weird. That's how strong. I'm well strong, me. Right, let me get an extension. God, this is very fiddly. I can just about see it. No, missed it. Right, missed it again. Oh, okay. So if you're doing this bolt, if you just pull the grill forward a bit, yeah, I think you can do it on the other side. You can see down into it. So I'm about to get it in 3. Got it. Did I? Yeah. Oh, it's just really loose. Classic. From what I've been told, or from what I googled, this one doesn't come out. I don't think. I think you just loosen it. So that's bad. I need to push this back onto. So I don't know if I just mentioned this, that obviously this is now stuck. So basically it's like that. So that bolt is stuck in it, but the clip that like clips these onto the extension isn't strong enough to pull it out because it's like bedded itself inside the bolt. So what I did, I got it. If you can see it, I got it. What I did is I just. Wait, I'm gonna just loosen this a minute. Oh, it's doing it again. Yeah, this is gonna snap as well, I think. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, I literally got it and just sort of wiggled it. I just sort of went like that, and I wiggled it, and it loosened it. So that was done. I said, oh, we might be all right. Is that done? I think so. There we go.
That was the easiest one.
That was the easiest one. Right, now I've got to do this one, which I can't actually. There it is. Right, so is there a little gap? Oh no, this is very difficult to see, this one. This one's even worse than the other one. Mainly because the sunlight helped on the other side. This side's all shadows.
Did you get a torch?
I think I'm going to need one. Oh! I think I got it. I can't believe how little this bumper was held on. How many bolts have I taken off?
2.
None in that side. Those 2 on the other wheel arch fell out. There were none underneath except 1 cable tie.
You've taken out those
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. This will be my 5th bolt holding on this bumper.
and one sort of snapped off. So is that really taking it out?
Well, well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, that was at least, you know, that wasn't going anywhere. I think, unless I'm forgetting something, that might be it.
I was going to say these are the
No, they're for headlights. So we'll just start prying and sort of see what happens, I think. See if there's... It seems quite loose. It does sort of feel like there might be something here. Is there? Yes, I think there's 10 mils. I remember hearing about 10 mils or Googling it, and there was 10 mils, but I couldn't see them. But I think, are they all the way in there? Yes. Okay, so there's 2 10 mils on both sides that are here, that are inside the wheel arch all the way here. So I'm gonna get the extension, oh, do I have a 10 mil? Is that a 10 mil? That says 13. God, that looks a bit overkill, doesn't it? So these are the 2 10 mils. There's one here and then one here. So if you just pan out slowly. So these 2 here that are here on the inside of the wing. So obviously you have to go inside the archway. There's a little bracket here that you have to sort of go between. It's a bit of a faff, but yeah, these 2 are the 10 mils you need. I'm gonna do the same on the other side. By the way, this is all. If you wanted to change this to a honeycomb grill, this is everything you have to do just to change the honeycomb grill, which is a bit mental. But yeah, I'm gonna do the other side now. So something that makes this side slightly more inconvenient is there's the washer fluid bottles here. It's in the archway. What they have done is they've done a little like a rectangle around where the bolts are. But what it means is you can't just use a normal one. I will have to get the extended one this time. But last time it made it easier because I could get in the archway and just sort of go for ages. Where this time I'm going to have to get an extension to be able to reach it all the way from out here. But I didn't think my extension's that long. So I might have to put an extension on an extension potentially. But anyway, right. So I was just having a little play to see how much this bumper was still held on, and absolutely none of it except those two 10mm that I can't get to. Right, so that is all the 10mm. That side, if you have the right tools, I was faffing about with an extension on a bendy thing, it was really annoying. But if you have the right length tools, it is actually pretty easy. You just got to make sure you turn the wheel inwards on that side where you're doing that side, and then inwards on this side if you're doing this side. But I believe, wait, there we go. Oh, fog lights. There's fog lights. There's wires that we need to disconnect. What are these wires? I don't know where these go. Oh yeah, fog lights. Yeah, it's got to be fog lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, fog lights. That fog light there, it goes all the way along here, and then it goes into this, which is plugged into both fog lights. So I think, technically, if I unplug this,
then you should be able to unwound it.
yeah, because for whatever reason, whoever did this originally decided to wrap it round this, what I'd assume is a coolant line. But if that wasn't wrapped around there, I could technically just pull it off, but I think I'm going to have to faff about with that. Right, so let me get a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, there we go. There we go, unplug that. And now, finally, that is the front bumper. Looks pretty cool like that.
Yeah.
Right, what we'll do now is take out the front grille, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up the whole bumper and the front grille so we can sell it, but I'm probably going to sand this back, repaint it so it looks brand new, take the number plate off, and get ready to break it. But yeah, that is how you remove the front bumper. We are going to do the rear bumper, but I'll hopefully just fly through that. So yeah, that is how you remove the front bumper of an Audi A4, especially when it's like got no bolts holding it in.
That, on the other hand, does not look cool.
No, that looks quite gross and creepy. Take the headlights out easier now.
Yeah.
So, once we've taken apart this car, there's like loads of bits that are just cable. Like this is clearly broken. We don't know if a crash bar, like it's conveniently dented on both sides, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like that because it's so symmetrical, or if it's hit something perfectly dead on, I don't know, or if the crash bar's supposed to be like that. But yeah, we're finding like just bits of this car just clearly, I don't know if it's been in an accident or if it's just someone's hit it, broken a bunch of things, and then just cable tied it all back together. But it's like these sort of things you don't, like I'd never known in a million years that was cable tied or broken unless you take the whole front bumper off to change something for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're starting to find out more and more bits of this car that's like, actually this car was questionably put back together for whatever reason. Yeah, a little concerning. Oh well, at least it's not ours anymore and it's off the road and it's going to get scrapped. Proof's in a fly. So unlike the front bumper, which I googled how to do, I'm just going to wing the rear bumper. It can't be that hard. I imagine there's going to be some in the archwell, behind the arch liner. I've already just had a look, and this bumper actually has every single torque screw imaginable underneath it. So I'm going to have to take out all of them. It looks like there's about like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the same on the other side. So there's about 8 underneath. I'm hoping there's none underneath the boot because I can't open it because it's electric. You can do it manually, I think, but I can't be bothered. Also, it's so close to our house, I don't actually know, even if I get it off, if I can get it off because there's not enough space because of the gutter. Look, if you go have a look, you'll see what I mean. There's like literally an inch between the bumper and the gutter. So if we need room to pull it off, there isn't any. So this might not even be able to come off. When they dropped the car off, when it died, and I had it trailered here, or recovered here should I say, he asked me where I wanted it, and I said, oh, can you put it on the drive? He said, where do you want it on the drive? I said, as far back as possible, because at the time I was hoping that I could fit the Focus or the Leon in front of the Audi so we could still use the drive, but it sticks out too far. So I was like, right, if you just push it back anyway, obviously. I didn't know that at the time. So he had it pushed back, and he pushed it back, and I was like, okay, that'll do. And then he kept going, and then I was like, that'll do, thumbs up. And he just kept going and going and going. And I panicked, and it was like slammed on the handbrake, lifted up, yeah, and was like really panicking. And he stopped, and that's where it stopped, basically. So he kept going and going and going, and then, to be fair to him, he absolutely nailed it. He got it as far back as, you know, possible, which is what I asked. But it was slightly concerning, and I was slightly terrified. But yeah, so that is why it is where it is, rather than being on the actual drive. But yeah, let's get into this. Yeah, unlike the front of the car, the back of the car has all the torque screws that it should have, which does sort of confirm even more where I think it's probably maybe not even an accident, maybe it just hit something and cracked stuff. And they probably bought a different front bumper. They bought, I don't know, a bunch of parts. It's just so weird that or someone's tried to change something in the past and just got lazy and not putting them all back. Well, these bolts are absolutely rank. Oh, that's why it's not even on loosen. Yeah, these bolts are absolutely, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of these out. I've managed to get this one out, but the others are absolutely caked in rubbish. Oh, I do have WD-40 actually, but I can't even get it. Oh, I just caught the edge of that. There's so much rubbish. Well, I say rubbish, there's so much mud and grime over the years that are in them. Right guys, so I've officially undone all the bolts in here, all the bolts underneath the rear bumper, but I've done a bit of Googling quickly, and you basically have to take out that inside, that entire panel there, all of that has to come out, and the actual plastic itself, because there's bolts behind there, behind right there, which go right into like this part here. So this part here, there's like plastic here, which you have to take out to get to these ones. There's also bolts that all go along in here, which you have to take, let me zoom in, that little metal bracket, way there, that needs to come out. So for today, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to take out the headlights, which are literally just like bolt, bolt, and bolt on top, which you can only do when you take off the front bumper, taking out the headlights, but now obviously it's all gone, it's going to be really easy. So I'm going to take the headlights out, but obviously I don't really need to film that because it's just literally 3 bolts. Once you take the bumper off, it's really easy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.